Good morning, ladies. I'm going to show you how to make my little gift boxes since the price of shipping has gone up through the roof. I happen to have a little package of cookies here and for Valentine's Day, so I'm going to make my own little personalized box. I put an insert in here, so I'm going to make the same size box and use the insert as my measurements for the cookie. And this paper is from the craft store. It's Cardstock, not expensive one, and it's 8.5, or I'm sorry, 8 by 11. 8 by 11 or 8.5? What is it? What would be the standard size? 8.5. 8.5 by 11. So you can customize the box to any cookie that you want. Usually a 1/2 inch deep is sufficient. I had done some and they had flowers on them, so I had to make sure that the depth was a little higher so that, you know, the flowers didn't get smashed while packaging. But now I know not everybody has a scoreboard. The scoreboard is this. But just by measuring and using a ruler, you can get the same effect. And when you fold, use your ruler to help you fold. But I just happen to have a scoreboard, and I'm going to show you how to get the basics of it. So the measurements don't have to be exact, okay? I'm going to try and go as close as I can. That looks about center to me, which up on my board is, let's see, we can go with 3 inches here, okay? And then I'm going to leave 3/4 of an inch again here, and that will be the side, okay? So if I score my, let's see, if I score this at 3 inches, all right, and then at 3/4, or it would be 2 1/4, but that would be 3/4 of an inch there. So that's going to be the side of the box. And using this guide, again, this measures 8, so we'll go with 8 inches here. So you've scored, I'm sorry, and another 3/4. So you've measured or drew with your lines 2 1/4 and 3 inches, and then 8 inches and 3 1/4 inches on the long way, okay? And then you're going to turn it around. In the scoreboard, I don't know, can you see you can see the lines there. It helps to help the fold. The scores, when you make the impression in the paper, it will help you to make the folds in the paper. But it's not necessary. I've done it without it. We've all done it without it. This is a particular tool for scoring. There's other ones. And then you use the backside for sealing that crease down, I guess you would say. So I can now score this one at pretty center. Let's go with 2 3/4, okay? 3/4. I say 3/4. My husband says 3/4. He said 3/4 doesn't exist. Now I want 3/4 of an inch for my edge again, so I'm going to back it off at 2. All right. So far we scored or drew a line at 2 inch and 2 1/4 inch. Okay. And then here we are at 5 1/4 inches. And then we want to go to 6. Okay, so now we have the basics of the box. All right, the lines are whether you drew them or scored them. Okay, Now, you can take, and everywhere that you drew a line, and once again, using your ruler, if you don't have the score board, use your ruler, and that will help you to fold your paper. And then if you have the tools, you can score like that. And do that on all your lines in both directions. And once again, this is paper from Michael's or Joann's, probably Joann's, and it was on sale, as usual, with a coupon, as usual. Okay, so now we're going to cut. We're going to cut on those lines. You want to cut on the inside of the line is best, because when you fold it all together, and you'll see why. Otherwise, the box won't fit properly. But you want to leave. This is important. You want to leave these squares up here, okay? So cut on the inside of your lines, inward. And you want to leave this square so you can cut over here. If you hear that banging, that is my refrigerator. I tell the grandkids there's a chicken in there. But, okay, so cut away this one. Now, I left that little square, okay? And you will see that it's going to be our little flap that's going to hold everything together. So I'm just going to continue along here. Leaving that square. And then it'll look like that, okay? And then you want to do the same on the other side as well. So this is, you're actually cutting your long side, okay? I'm not doing a very good job of cutting on inside, but we can adjust that later as we get the fit better. And then we'll cut out that little piece, leaving that square as we did on the other side, okay? One more. Leaving that square. Cut that little tabby out. Okay, now, what we got is the basics for your box. These are going to be the inside flaps here. So we have to cut so that we can turn it all in on the long side, okay, on this long side. Make a cut here, okay, and now that's going to be your flap. And cutting away just slightly on either edge, and that will help to fit better. Because the measurements, especially my measurements, are never correct. But I try to get as close as I can. Okay, and we'll cut on the inside there. And we'll cut away that little outside there. So now we have two flaps. And see, I can already see it. You might want to trim just slightly to the inside where that flap is. And that will help for all the pieces to fit better. Okay, and then we're going to do it on the other side. Cutting to make your flap. And it'll give you a little room to hold them all together. Both sides. That one's a little wonky. And once again over here. Okay, now, when you fold them, okay, you're going to crease, and here's your other fold, and that's going to be the edge of your box. But what you do when you fold this down, okay, so you folded it there, folded it on this one, and then you kind of pinch. Okay, you'll bring it back up, pinch, and then fold it back down again. So you didn't score or you didn't mark that line, but that line now became the inside of your box. Okay, if you can see it properly. Well, I guess you can't. All right, and we're gonna do that all the way around. Let's see if I can zoom in for you here. So we're going to fold on our lines, fold again, those 2 folds, and then just pinch them, and it will create another fold. And we'll do that on all the sides. Fold it over, push it down. Once again, your original fold, your original score line, the other one, and then you just create a new fold. Okay, and you can see it coming together already. Okay, so put all these pieces together like this. Really, there you go. I don't even need any adhesive, but I will. I'll show you where, since we're already doing this, I'll show you where to put your tape. Now, I get these rolls of tape from Michael's Joann's. You can use those. It's double-sided tape, by the way. And you can use those snails. I should have brought mine up. I'm not going to run all the way down now, but they're double-sided glue, little snails. They look like snails, and you go like that and put your paste down. Or you can use glue if you have a nice tacky glue. I do, and it works really good, but these are just tear tapes. Okay, so you're going to put your tape on the inside of the flap, all right, the little flaps here, because they're going to fold in like that, and that's where you want the adhesive to be. Okay, so I'm just stick my little pieces of tape, and this one's really nice. They have one with a red backing, works great too, but you have to cut it. This is just a tear tape. All right, now when I make the box, I want to adhere this piece to the bottom, and I start with these edges here, because these will be the larger flaps, and they'll cover it all up. Okay, so once again, on what will be the inside flap, it's going to go there. So you have tape here, here, and here. Okay, and then you can go ahead and pull these away. Once again, if you have that snail that just rolls it right out, super easy, super fast. And the glue works good too. Okay, so now you want to carefully line up your edges. Okay, see where my fold is here, and it just naturally fits right on there. And then again on this side. Okay, I just give it a little push, and there's that piece that we taped on top. Okay, you will fold that piece over, and it's stuck. Okay, and we're going to do it to the other side. It would be easier if you just did all your sticking of the tape first. It would just make it easy, and then you can go through and peel off the backing of them. Okay, so I stuck them on the edges, and then once again I'm going to stick it on this top, which is going to be the bottom, so it'll be on the reverse side. And while I'm sticking, I can go ahead and stick it on these 2 flaps. I couldn't find boxes that fit the particular cookie I was making, and that shipping has just gotten outrageous. So if you can't find it, make it yourself. Okay, so now important, don't do these first, because then I suppose it doesn't matter, because you're going to put a little liner in there anyway. Get your tab off there on both sides. And we'll fold that over. Just carefully align them. There we go. can peel off this one. That will be our bottom. There. Now, sometimes these don't fit, but I think I trimmed them up enough. Yep, this side I trimmed well. Okay, perfect example. I didn't trim this side as well. So before you stick it down, just on that inside edge, remember I told you to cut on the inside of your marking or your score line, but I didn't do what I told you to do. So now just trim off that excess, and your box will have a nice fit. It won't buckle. I guess you could say it was buckling. Time to get some sharpened scissors. Okay, so now we can peel these tapes off. And stick that down. Let's make sure this one fits properly. Yep, fits good. Peel that away. There you go. There's a box. And I have cut a little insert to fit it. That was the piece that we originally started with. That was our guide for fitting. And then we can put our little cookie package in there. And this happens to be, can you see? A 3.75 inch bag by 6. This is Make and Mold, has this one. And what I can do is with my double-sided tape, or you can take the cello, that wrap, that they, comes in a roll, and just wrap it as you would a package and cover that up. But this one's a little bit big, but let's see here. I will. You can customize them for your bags too, so I'll just adhere that down. Peel away my, oops. Let's see. Got my tape messed up. Oops. Fold that in as you would, sorry. Fold that in as you would a package. Not a very good wrapper. Well, with a little more time we can fix that. And then you can fold in your edges and use your double-sided tape again to fold in the corners. And then put a pretty bow on them, and there you go. You got your box. Okay, I hope this helps. You can customize them to any size cookie you want. So I hope it helps, girls. Thank you. You have a great day.